The Toronto Raptors were previously known for two things: an all-star caliber 1-2 punch in DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, and losing to LeBron James in the playoffs. Well, that has all changed. LeBron's not in their lives anymore, and their 1-2 punch starts with Kawhi Leonard and ends with Pascal Siakam. From last season to this, the third-year pro saw his minutes increase by 50%, his points per game by more than that, his true shooting improved by about 80 percentage points, and his three-point average has gone from 22 to 37%. Here's Mike Wilbon on the star big man from Cameroon in this Philly-Toronto series, not named Joel Embiid.
Growing up the youngest of 6 children in Cameroon, Pascal Siakam was drawn to the sport of soccer. But it was his father's dream to see one of his 4 sons play in the NBA.
He loved basketball. He talked about it every day. So, I mean, that's why, like, for me, this moment is, like, even more special because it's not just me. It's like a family dream.
When he was 17, Siakam tagged along with friends who were attending a basketball camp run by Cameroon native and NBA player Luc Bamute.
I think that's when it all kind of started because, like, I felt like it was a little bit fun. And then I went to Basketball Without Borders in South Africa. And it was awesome there, too, you know, seeing NBA players and all this NBA personnel. You feel like, man, I wish I could be a part of this. So my dad helped me find a scholarship to go to a prep school in Texas, got recruited by New Mexico State, and show that I belong.
But before he could even play his first college game, Pascal received devastating news about the man who had supported him throughout his basketball journey. His father had been killed in a car accident.
The night before, I had a missed call from my dad, and when I called him back, they didn't pick up, you know, the difference of time and everything. So I went to sleep, woke up in the morning, was getting ready to go to class, and I think it was my sister, she called me or texted me, and it was just like, it was crazy, man. It was just all blank, because it was so sudden, you know, and the fact that I missed his call the day before even made it harder.
Pascal's father was gone, but his dream would live. During the 2016 draft, Raptors president and African native Masai Ujiri was settling into his decision for the 27th overall pick.
So what we doing, guys? Tell me. Gotta make a call here.
30 seconds.
Pascal, I'll go with my scouts this time.
Yes?
Yes, Pascal.
We want to pick Pascal Siakam.
Pascal, you okay? It's gonna be great. You gotta come in here and work your ass off, okay? I know it's been your dad's dream and your dream, so come here and be the best that you can possibly be.
Bring it over. Come on, Pascal. Good. Come back up, and then set it quick, Come on, I'm here. Gab.
My dad always tried to have one of his sons play in the NBA. That was his dream. He's not here now. I know he's watching over me and he's so happy, but I feel really good about it. You know, I feel like I'm the chosen one, you know, because I was able to make that dream become a reality.
Siakam drives, jams it down. Siakam, a spicy P slam.
The fact that I'm doing it for him, like, it gives me more fire, and every time I just think about him, you know, it's like you have to go harder. You can't relax.
Our Modelo gold standard stat. He's one of the best young players in the game. First 2 seasons, averaged 6 points a game. His three-point shot pretty much didn't exist. This year, he averages nearly 17 a game. His jumper's better. He can distribute the ball. Everything on the up and up, Chauncey. What kind of jump have you seen this guy make?
You know, it's been unbelievable. I mean, really, I can't remember. I'll have to ask the guys a little later if we've seen a jump quite like this. And first of all, we have to give Masai and his team some credit for finding a diamond in the rough. But he's improved every aspect of his game. You look at him right there, he drives, closeouts, you put a big guy on him. Look what he does to Embiid right here in a one-on-one isolation situation. Left-hand finish. We know he's become a dependable three-point shooter. I mean, put a smaller guy on him, he finishes. Defensively, we know he competes on that end, goes the length of the floor, handles the ball very, very well. Beads, I mean, there's nothing that he really can't do at this point, and that motor. That's what a lot of people say when you talk about Pascal Siakam, is that motor. He never stops competing. He never stops playing, and he's gone from 6th or 7th man on the team to the second best player on a very good team, and that's hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, when I watch him, he went from a very serviceable role player to now you look at him as possibly being an all-star in this league. I mean, he has all the tool sets. From what I see, he seems like he has the work ethic because you don't take this jump. As a matter of fact, this is not a jump. He took a super leap,
right?
You know, from one year to the next. And, you know, being the case, if Kawhi Leonard leaves, he moves into that #1 position offensively on both ends. He can do it on both ends of the ball. And I can see him really turning himself into an all-star as soon as next year.
So Jay-Z shut the game down this week because he had a show in New York City, brought out the Dipset, he brought out Nas, and it was a feature, and they played homage to the B-sides. That's what you are when you're a most improved player. He's not a headliner like Kawhi or an Embiid, or when I won most improved, it was a Shaq and Reggie and Kobe, but you need his productivity still if you're going to reach your goals. And for him to now take that leap and surpass Kyle Lowry as the second best player is giving them a legitimate chance to have depth and possibly win the East.
Speaking of Jay-Z, how about that verse he spit?
That's why I had to bring it up.
Nip, man, that was unbelievable.
Bars.
Woo.
I'll just sit and listen to you guys talk about this.
The GOAT. All right, let's get back to basketball.